Morning, sunshine.
From above.
Prepare your team. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Capture the flag.
Better.
Fucker. My movements. Trash today.
Enemy flag taken.
Fuck.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Flag has been taken.
God damn.
Flag returned. Your team scored. Impressive. Your flag has been taken. Incoming protection. Incoming quad. Impressive. Your flag returned.
Have a taste.
Quad spawned. Protection spawned. Your team has the quad.
Fuck.
Your flag has been taken. Enemy has the quad.
Shit.
Enemy flag taken. Your team has the quad. Enemy has the protection.
Alright. Christ.
Driving them back.
Master. Enemy flag returned. Enemy flag taken. Enemy flag returned. Tank. Your flag has been taken. Incoming protection.
Fighting trash like you for years.
Protection spawned. Your team scored.
Every time.
Your flag has been taken. You have the flag. Tank. Enemy has has the quad. Quad spawned. Enemy has the protection.
God damn, squirrely fucker.
Your flag has been taken. Enemy flag returned. Enemy flag taken. Enemy flag returned. Enemy team scored. Impressive. Enemy flag taken. Your flag has been taken. Impressive.
They are welcome here.
Railed him.
We're getting murdered out here.
Incoming protection. Incoming quad.
Let me get this dog.
Spawn.
Let me get this dog.
Enemy has the protection. Quad spawned. Your team has the quad. Your flag has been taken.
Fuck.
Your flag returned. 1 minute warning. Capture. Enemy flag taken. Your flag returned. Your flag has been taken. Excellent. Defense. Your flag returned. Your team scored.
Oh, Lord.
Tank. Your flag has been taken. Incoming quad. Your flag returned.
Go.
Tank. Incoming protection. Enemy flag taken.
I could ghost you scum all day long.
Why are you leaving the match, pussy?
Your team has the quad. Quad spawned. 5.
Still round
Your
one.
team has the protection. Round 1 complete. Round 2. Fight. Enemy flag taken. Your flag has been taken.
Here come the fireworks.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Enemy flag returned. Enemy team scored. flag has been taken.
Clearly, I should have trained more.
Eat it.
Your flag returned. Incoming protection. Incoming quad. Your team scored.
Oops.
Quad spawned. Enemy has the quad. Your team has the protection. Protection spawned. Your team has the quad. You have the flag.
Later, skaters. Ah,
Enemy flag returned.
stupid.
Enemy flag taken. Your flag has been taken. Enemy flag returned. Enemy flag taken.
Face it!
Defense. Your flag returned.
Get out and stay out.
I come bearing gifts.
Your team scored. Combo kill.
I want to spend some more time.
You have the flag. Capture. Your team scored. Damage dealer. Incoming protection. Incoming quad. Impressive.
Oh. Didn't see you there.
Enemy flag taken. Protection spawned. Your team has the protection. Quad spawned. Your flag has been taken. Assistance. Your flag returned. Enemy flag taken.
It's alright, son. Jeez.
Your team scored.
Don't worry.
Your team has the quad. Enemy has the protection. Your flag has been taken. Enemy flag taken. Your flag returned. Impressive.
My fight is just.
Enemy has the quad. Enemy flag returned.
Big ol' hitbox. Take that.
Enemy flag taken. Time. Your team scored. Your flag has been taken. Your flag returned. Stopwatch. Your flag has been taken. Incoming quad. Defense.
Here for the win.
Your flag returned.
Defense.
Quad spawned. Enemy has the quad. Incoming protection.
I want some quad damage.
Face it!
Your team has the quad. Protection spawned. Your flag has been taken. Your flag returned. Enemy has the protection. Tank. Your flag has been taken. You have the flag.
Thanks.
What's the matter? Can't keep up?
Oh. Christ. Hi.
Stopwatch. Your flag returned. Defense. Capture.
Ooh, wait.
Scored. Stopwatch. Incoming protection. Impressive. Tank.
Here come the pump.
Impressive. Unit master.
Ooh, nice.
Protection spawned. Enemy has the protection. Incoming quad. Impressive. Your flag has been taken. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quad spawned. You win.
LOL, LOL. I think I'm ready for some dueling. I like messing with this dude. Do 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 do.
Then we can just patrol the mid-ground. Oh, that's good though.
Yeah, the Sleep Race Totem prepared for him as he goes through the teleporter, taking an awful lot of damage on his exit. He does respond back with the rocket, of course, and takes down a lot of health from Sparty, but it won't matter. He can build the stat back up as he finds the Mega. They trade the major items one apiece at this point. We are getting closer and closer towards the 8-minute mark, and there could be the next fight coming up relatively soon. They're close together. At this point, he's just on effectively totem duty and looking to try and locate them and take them down. Again, it's the predictive rockets that open up these encounters, though, for Wenger and make it so easy for him. When the shot he gets pulled out, it's going to send Sparty off to sleep school as he'll tuck him off.
And this game is very much done and dusted now, as Wenger has complete control. Sparty, unfortunately, is just not doing enough damage, or anywhere near enough damage to Wenger to cause him any sort of problems.
And obviously, you know, we were kind of speculating about maybe if the rail would be the difference maker, if that would allow him to get back into the game a little bit more, but I suppose it doesn't matter, because you take the rail out of play, all that's done is made Wenger play much faster off the spawns. He's just instigating every fight, every time you see Sparty come in, beelines it straight over towards him, spamming him with rockets, then just being able to pummel him with the LG.
Yeah, I think the most worrying thing for me has been, yeah, obviously the execution's not been great, but for this map in particular, it was the choosing of situations. There were times where he should have been playing a bit more passive, picking up items, like particularly when he was chasing Wenger through corridors, around corners when the Mega was up. And there's other times when he should be more aggressive, but he's just standing playing passive and letting Wenger run the map. So, yeah, it feels a little bit like he's a little bit lost. As Wenger did his thing once again. That's what Wenger does. It makes the game look easy.
He does, mate. It's just cinematic. It's just so easy for him as he coasts through effectively at this point. I mean, it's 12-2. Sparty's just not really shown any vital signs of being able to get back into the game, and it's not ideal. Definitely not ideal. At this point, call it quits, really. You know, you've got to look towards the future in the third map to see if maybe Sparty will be able to deny some points in the series, but it's not looking likely. Wenger's just having a field day with it, Dan.
Yeah, and we've got the Visor against the Strog on the next map, which is decently hard matchup for the Visor. Sorry, and the Visor is most effective when you're hitting the rails, because obviously you can use the piercing sight to maximize damage, and that wasn't what Sparty was doing on map 1. So unless there's a dramatic 360, not even a 360, a 180 in the way he's playing, should I say? Oh,
he just turns around and faces himself again.
But it's not looking good going into map 3.
Oh, mate. No, that was rough. You know, obviously, it's basically, it's the fact that it happened twice as well. You know, that was the second opportunity that came out there for Sparty, really, in terms of the restart coming through, the relive, if you will. But it didn't help. 15-3 in the end. Wenger just annihilates him, just absolutely takes him to the shops there and doesn't buy him anything nice.
That's not very kind, is it?
It's not. I mean, that would be a bit of a tease, really, wouldn't it? If someone was like, "Oh, do you want to come shopping with me?" and they just bought you nothing.
Kind of like your shirt.
This is just a low blow. All right, I'll change. I'll tell you what, I'll change at the end of the series.
I do like it, but back to the series. I don't know what Sparty can do, if I'm honest. It just looks like he's being outclassed today.
Yeah.
I felt, like we said, I felt map 1, he played strategically decently with poor execution. Map 2 was just, on both sides, not ideal. Whereas Wenger hasn't looked like he's been pushed into 3rd gear, let alone 5th gear. So when that's the case, it's very difficult. I would like to see Sparty keep this map close at least.
Yeah. It's not been looking good. There's been a fair few misplays coming through, but all of a sudden he has flipped the switch a little bit. He is hitting his shots.
Why did I?
Consolation frags at best, unfortunately, though, as the game is to get in on top of that Mega. Sparty did hit the follow-up rail, but it just wasn't enough damage. Nice damage from Sparty, but once again, Mega is far too stacked up to pick up that heavy. And we're already seeing the issues with the Visor is that Sparty's being caught out, and this is a great way to use the Visor. There's rails, play plus back, but seeing Sparty getting caught out by the speed around the corners, he's just not ready for Wenger coming in these engagements and getting caught off guard. Yes, he's doing some decent damage, but once again, it's always before these item pickups. So the initiative is all on the front foot for Wenger.
Sends in the Pika once again, looking to try and punish with it. Not really getting enough damage out. Went for the kamikaze, and he's just being toyed with. He actually fumbles it and can't quite smash it into him to slow down Sparty, giving him time to get away with the added benefits off the back of it. He'll still have that larger stack to pay with after stealing the Mega, and now they need to fight in terms of who will actually be able to stay alive and get themselves the heavy. Wenger, the fade array rail's not landing. You conceded the heavy over, and Sparty's looking to give it here, Dan. He wants to leap in. He's nearly gone over the edge, and eventually his corpse will. And Sparty will stay alive with about 20 stack combined in the finishing rail to get himself his first frag.
Sparty.
Wenger did get the perfect spawn to pressure that pickup as well, but not able to do enough. Good use of the piercing sight just to get away unscathed. Spotty though, only with a rail to his name, he really can't commit here for the heavy. He has to get back and pick up the weapons because we've seen what happens when he doesn't have them. And you have to be prepared for the pace of the strong, so it is paramount to get those in your arsenal. There's good time for the piercing sight as well, so have to use his audio cues well. Unfortunate to not hit that rail. It was a good drop, and Wenger realizing that his opponent is, oh no, falling off the map. Let's keep the pressure on.
Obviously,
that's what Wenger seems to do really well. He's just understand when he can push in aggressive as well.
Yeah, he just knows when to capitalize. When the chips are down, obviously he should roll in and roll up. He goes for it, takes him off the edge, sends him down on the ring out. Ooh. In terms of the damage being found into these firefights as well, it's not only the damage, it's the fact that he gets it and gets away with a heavy, then can go straight back over towards the Mega. You got 5 seconds. Sparty spawned in, sure, but he's not really going to be able to contest for this. He can try and make a bit of a move. By the time he gets there, it's picked up. Wenger, if he finishes off this frag, this has worked out perfectly. He's still got a pretty good stack off the back of it. He can get those lights to rebuild his armor.
But Sparty is still on the back foot, and he's the one without the lead as well, so it's not looking good. Has the piercing sight up, but he does hit the pickup, which is great. Can use the piercing sight to hit the opening rocket, but unfortunately this Wenger's just way too quick.
Oh.
And another smart use of the peeker as well to finish off Sparty with an easy frag. Incredibly healthy, Mega's up. It really is Wenger's day at the moment.
Dang.
And he's
Look at those denials.
Yeah, it's the fact as well, obviously, you know, at this point we're coming up close towards the 5-minute mark. It's just not really giving them any edge to play with. Sparty's just consistently being humbled in every one of these encounters. At least here, oh, he gets the item to play with and tries to push off the back of it, but the flick shot comes out from Wenger. His mouse is clearly not broken, Dan, as he lands that one. Oh, oh man, these rails, they're coming so close, but they're just not... Wait, what? Hello?
Buddy.
How did he kill himself?
Oh no, it's all going to pieces.
Oh mate, I'm so stumped, Dan.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening at the moment. I think Spotty must have just killed himself in frustration. He's missing some easy rails. It's an open round, but Wenger's incredibly healthy. There is some coup stackers. Can he kill? Yes, he can kill him this time. And he picks up the Mega to boot. So pressure onto the rail. That's where Wenger's first pot would be. We get some defense for Wenger as Sparty's in a perfect position to just make a heavy for free.
Sparty, got your items, you've got guns, you've got room to play with, but does he have the positional advantage? Goes round the corner. First rocket comes out, response goes in as well as the rails are landing. They're both locked into rail combat here, but they're not hitting their shots and they decide against it. Wenger will scarper, head back over, look to set his focus on the heavy. In the meantime, Sparty will pick up the Mega and they'll build their stacks back up. It's a difference of 6 frags in the next 4 minutes. That's what will have to come in here to change the course of the game. He will get both of the items, Dan. Does this set him up? Is there an opportunity?
There is, but this is, much as Sparty has complete control, Wenger's in a very healthy position. This is how he likes to play. He's done some good damage there, but Sparty did return well. And is much healthier now. He's picked up that Mega, but does rocket jump straight into death as there is a spicy Wenger with the lightning gun waiting for him up that rocket jump. And all that work for null. And Wenger's one of these people that doesn't generally put a lot of pressure onto items when he's out of control. He just gets himself a stat, makes sure he doesn't take any damage, and then sets up in really strong defensive positions and waits for his opponent to overstep their mark. And that's exactly what Sparty did.
Sparty, so low. Wenger low on ammunition for his rockets, but other than that, he's going to be living the high life and living his movie into the series so far, because it seems like it's almost guaranteed at this point, Dan, that he should pick up the win here on Molten and then go through with the majority of the points in the series, using the Pika to just bombard Sparty down as well. Shot after shot, annihilating him with the rounds, and then straight back in, looking for more. Ooh, the rocket round the corner actually lands as well. Oh my god, he's lucky to be alive as he'll actually get out of it.
Oh.
Alright, well Sparty comes through. He gets the rail off at the end there. We'll be able to at least put him down, but it's a matter of a 9-2 split on the scoreline. You've got 2 minutes. It's not been looking good. There's been a fair few misplays coming through, but all of a sudden, he has flipped the switch a little bit. He is hitting his shots.
Consolation frags at best, unfortunately, though, as the game is well out of reach for Sparty with 6 frags in it, only a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, it's not the dream, mate. It's not ideal for him. Ooh.
That's nice.
Yeah, that was way better. Nice connections there with the rail, one after another. Hits both the clean shots. And one after another, hits both the clean shots and does tuck him into bed once again. Looking for a little bit more with the LG. Has the better stack going into this fight. Pika's baited out and he will get the kill. Actually, you know what? We were saying consolation frags. Now look at it. You're only 4 frags away. You've got 60 seconds to try and do it. Chaining them together would be incredibly hard, and unfortunately, that is the end of it. That's the final bell being rung there. There would have been a chance, but it would have been hard fought. In the end, that's Wenger securing the bread and showing that he has won this one. Changed the rockets together with a quick flick on the end there. Lovely rocket to rail transition. And Wenger...
Vote now.
Morning. Clearly, I should have trained more. I'm here for the win. Ghost, you scum, all day long.
Ghost, you scum.
You know why I'm winning? Because I planned it that way.
Prepare your team. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
You know what honorable means.
Lead lost. Teams are tied. Lead taken.
I did stuff.
Denied. Teams are tied. Lead lost.
That's stupid.
You only fuel our revenge.
Fucking A, man.
Incoming quad.
Face it!
Quad spawn. Quad damage. Denied.
Boys, you fucked now. Get that! Get that!
Enemy has the quad.
Fucking moron. Jesus Christ.
Your team has the quad.
Don't worry. You'll get much more than you give.
Teams are tied.
Someone's
Lead lost.
me. They'll get trouble.
Incoming protection. Tied. Teams are tied.
Where am I?
Protection spawn. Enemy has the protection. Impressive. Airborne. Lead lost. Teams are tied. Lead lost.
Come. Satisfy me.
You guys seriously gotta finish somebody off.
Quad spawn. Quad damage.
Later.
Excellent.
Now you see me. Now you don't.
Fucking A.
Your team has the quad. Teams are tied. Lead taken.
Come on.
Impressive. Teams are tied. Incoming protection.
Come here.
Lead taken. Protection spawned. Protection. Killing spree.
Face it.
Master.
Try to keep up. This.
Excellent. Rage.
We raging. We raging.
Shadows hide me.
Fuck.
One minute warning. Stopwatch.
Jesus.
Incoming quad.
Out here.
Quad spawn. Quad
LOL.
damage. Excellent.
Every time.
You win.
Show me that smile. Too many lag.
Vote now. Prepare for draft. Your pick.
Mr. Boopster. I would have liked
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight. First blood. Lead taken.
Oh.
Tank. Denied. Tank.
What was that, bro?
Five-minute warning. Red Master. Impressive. Killing spree.
That was ugly. crazy if you do. On.
One-minute warning.
Oh.
You win.
Not very. Return of the moon.
Been hard fought. In the end, that's Wenger securing the bread and showing that he has won this one. Changed the rockets together with a quick flick on the end there. Lovely rocket to rail transition. And Wenger walking this one all the way to the back.
Yeah, Wenger puts a stop to any potential comeback. He says enough is enough.
Look at the flick shots he's going for. He's just freestyling.
One of the issues for me is that Spotty's game is very, very aim dependent. And not only did he come up against one of the best aimers in the world, Spotty just didn't have his best day at the office when it came to the good old aiming department. So those two ingredients did make for a very messy series from a Spotty perspective. It started very positively, and I was encouraged by his first few minutes on Blood Covenant, but it was more or less a downhill slope from there on out.
Yeah, it got rough. Like, obviously, you know, issues aside as well, you had the drop out with the mouse, right? So you don't know, in terms of his mentality, if he's woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, Dan, then you've had that happen into that second map in the series, you might get a bit down in the dumps. It might be hard to spring back into it. And it felt like clearly there was some kind of mental aspect that's come into play, especially on Molten towards the end. I would like to be able to go back and obviously see what happened with the suicide, but I don't know if it was intentional or if it was just a mistake play, but it seemed like it had to have been, right? Because obviously he missed those couple of rails that he should have hit. Don't know if it was frustration, but that was really the big turning point.
I mean, it was a suicide. The only way it could have happened if he shot the floor. So unless his mouse span out again, he definitely did it on purpose. I think the story of that series is that it was a clash of styles.
Yeah.
And particularly halfway through Corrupted Keep, it looked like Spotty was a little bit lost with what he should be doing. And I think that was partly down to the fact that Wenger's style very much nullified Spotty's, in that Spotty wants to play in your face and you don't hit his shots. He wasn't really hitting shots, and every time he tried to go aggressive onto Wenger, he was just eating rockets. And so it felt like, what do I do in this situation? He couldn't play the way he wanted to. He was getting shut down in the mid-range, and so he looked a little bit disorientated. And so it's credit to Wenger, really, but Spotty definitely needs to reflect on how he can then go forward from this, because if he's not hitting his shots, he just needs to adjust. And he wasn't able to do that.
Yeah, just need to take a look at it, obviously see what you can do going forward. But that is the end of our opening series of the night. That one is locked down in the end. Wenger walks away with the full points for it, the full 3-0 there up against Sparty. Now, before today, we did actually get Freya to go and conduct an interview with Wenger as well. So why don't we have a look at that before we come back in with our next game of the day.
Joining me ahead of his matchup is, of course, Wenger, and I'd like to start off by revisiting your match from last week against Razy, because it was such a crazy close match that was decided by literally a single frag on Blood Run. Can you kind of talk to me about the match from your perspective?
Hello, by the way, everyone. It was a really fun match as always against Razy. It's like one of the biggest and funniest match we play against each other, I think, just because of the clash of styles. And to be fair, just probably the champions were kind of favoring me a little bit, because he had a tank in CTN, which is like already really tough if you have to recover. And I think I played really good no matter what, and he just edged me out on few situations where maybe I could have played a bit better on positioning, but at the end of the day, the better player won, and he was that day the better player. So.
Yeah, just touching on that, do you feel like it was just the positioning that you could potentially have done better, or were there any other areas that you kind of felt that you could improve upon in that game?
I just think that I didn't hit many of the shots I should have hit. Like, considering I was playing a tank, I didn't hit as many as I thought I would hit in that matchup, especially in the last map. In the first map, I think I played really good, but just this clutch is something unbelievable, and I still need to learn how to actually deal with it properly, but we're getting there slowly.
Well, can you also explain to me some of the in-jokes between you both, like the pineapple pizza?
Well, I mean, I am Italian, so that's... I'm gonna risk my citizenship after this interview, I think. They're gonna kick me out from Italy, but yeah.
Well, you know,
just don't put pineapple on pizza, please.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll start a no pineapple pizza gang. That's totally understandable. Now, this week you're going to be playing against Sparty. He's currently sitting at the bottom of the EU and CIS leaderboards with not a win to his name, but that doesn't mean you can count him out just yet. Is it important for you not to go into this match too overconfidently?
I think it's always important to play your game no matter what and no matter who the opponent is, because as we saw like 2 weeks ago, he got a map of Racy, which is like top of the leaderboard right now, so it's always good to just play your game no matter who is your opponent, and just play the best you can no matter what, and you will get the best results always. So
Yeah, and I feel like potentially in matches where you sort of consider yourself more of the favourite, do you feel like this is a chance to kind of maybe experiment a bit with different playstyles or different approaches?
I've been doing it actually quite a lot already, even against really good players, just because I think that my position in the leaderboard is gonna be stuck there no matter what, and no matter how many wins I get, just because the difference in points is really huge right now between me and other players. So I've been trying to experiment a little bit before the finals, of course, and I will do for sure against Party 2, just because it's fun to experiment a few stuff before a big tournament like Quake.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, going into a match like this where, you know, you would be considered the favourite, do you feel like your preparation's any different from potentially when you're going up against players that may be able to best you?
I don't think so. I've been playing the same amount of maps and the same amount of hours every day. As I said, I always give my opponent respect, so no matter who you are and how many wins you have, I always try to treat every player the same, and yeah, I'll just try to play my best, and when I play my best, I'm happy, so I always try to do that, no matter what.
Yeah, now obviously you alluded to the finals as well. Unfortunately, you haven't been able to put your name on the belt as of yet, but what's your approach going into the finals now, and are you feeling kind of confident going in?
I think all this journey has been incredible, because I had a really bad start at QuakeCon last year, like I placed 12th, and I think I played really good there too, but there was this situation where I just messed up completely in few matches, and I dropped really down in positioning. Then in Luke it was much better already, and I got top 8. Then in Katowice was already much better again, and then also last stage I think I played the best Quake I ever played in my life, so I'm trying to be always on that grind and try to do something better and better every stage. So hopefully this time will be my time to shine finally, and I've been waiting for this moment already for like a lot of time, and I've been preparing really hard every day, so hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing to hear. And how confident are you going into matches against players that, you know, have potentially stood in your way in the past, such as like, you know, Base, Cooler, Kilson?
I always try to play the same against everyone. Like at the end of the day, like if you want to win, especially in Quake Pro League, where you need to kind of face the best of the best, you just play the best you can no matter what, and you don't think about the names like I'm going against Cooler or Kills, and you just try to write your own path and try to win your way, and yeah, that's it, no matter like with the opponent and what kind of stories behind them. Like there are players that are probably playing before I was even born, so I just don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. Way, and yeah, that's it, no matter like with the opponent and what kind of stories behind them. Like there are players that are probably playing before I was even born, so I just don't pay attention to that kind of stuff experience wise. Like I just try to play my best, and yeah, it's pretty fun to do so.
Yeah, I think that's a solid attitude to have. Well, best of luck in your final matchup, and yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to chat.
Thank you so much.
And the quality of play we've seen coming out, but I just feel like there is a little bit more oomph there for G-Nick.
I would think so. Like, Effortless has, I think, even lost positions this stage. I don't think he was 20th coming into the stage, so that's not a good place to be. And as you said, he's vocal on Twitter. He's clearly not happy with a lot of the way he's playing. But setting his sights on G-Nick, that's somebody he can beat. I think for me, the first map's going to be crucial in this set, because mentally, whoever loses that first map, depending on how it plays out, might not recover. If you go into this thinking I should be beating this guy, and then you lose, and if you lose convincingly, yeah, that might be just game over from there on out. So a lot of emotions that need to stay in check, and I'm definitely putting a big focus on Blood Covenant.
Well, here we go then. This is obviously the veto we've got for the series ahead. We start off with Blood Covenant, then we go on to Awoken. Looking at Awoken already, by the way, here's the one thing I will say about Effortless. I really love watching him on Athena. I feel like he's actually a sick Athena player. You can see he truly understands how to use that movement mechanic to its absolute finest. We've had some great plays from him in the past, so that could be quite a fun one just in terms of getting to see how they operate. You know, obviously putting a visor against Athena as well, it can have some spicy moments on a map like Awoken. Damn, that could be the star of the series.
I mean, for me, this series is going to be fun because
to it, we switch over. It's always nice, you know. You get your little start with Europe. We dip our toes into North America for a bit. We ease ourselves in towards those bangers that are coming up towards the end of the night.
what's your prediction for this one then, friend?
I think 2-1. I think 2-1, but actually in favour of Effortless. I think first 2 maps go his way, and then we see G-Nick come back on the end.
Okay, it's a fair enough storyline.
I reckon there's possibility for it, but obviously, you know, it can always go up in the air. You never really know. That's the exciting thing, I'd say, more so about North America, is it's always felt like it's been a little bit more unpredictable.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. But as we have an opening here, a bit back and forth, chipping each other with rails, definitely stringing a few shots back to back, getting the early frags is going to be paramount. I don't expect anything too crazy to come out. As soon as one of them gets the lead, that's when I think it will unlock the true tempo of the game. But we do see Effortless patrolling that mid ground with his speed of the slash, which seems to be...
Vote now.
What's up there, Racer X?
Prepare for draft. Your pick. Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1.
Ende
Fight.
der Glückssträhne. Waffe ist bereit.
Okay.
Na, großartig.
What the fuck?
Eine Belohnung der Welt reicht dafür.
Impressive.
Ich bräuchte hier mal Hilfe.
Jesus fucking Smurf.
Scanne nach Ziel.
Get the fuck out of town.
Auf dem Weg.
Jesus fucking Christ. I've never seen this much horse shit on 200 ping. How the fuck does he hit that with that much ping?
Ich hab schon Schlimmeres erlebt.
He's terrible otherwise, he's missing jumps.
Revenge. Ring out.
Like, that's weird. Fucking guy hits everything. Jesus.
Versuch es wenigstens. Wäre ja sonst traurig. So viel Gelaber. Erst schießen.
Okay.
Scanne nach Ziel.
68% rail with 200 ping.
Impressive.
Hilfe wäre ganz nett.
Time. 5-minute warning.
Jesus fuck.
Showstopper. Combo kill.
And he's dog shit at timing items, but his fucking rail is 80%?
Aus dem Weg!
That's...
Scannen ab!
Jesus, you're dog shit.
Two frags left. One frag left.
Waffe ist bereit!
You lose.
$173 ping with a 50% rail and a 42% LG. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. With almost zero ability to time.
Tempo of the game. We do see Effortless patrolling that mid ground with his speed of the slash, which he seems to be very adept at. Great flick rail coming out through the teleported. Jinx in a little bit of trouble here. Might need to pop the Ghost Walk because Effortless is going to continue the tempo with the shotgun. Big shotguns, and Genik held on way too long with the Ghost Walk.
Yeah, doesn't use it.
Following
Trying to hold on
Effortless,
to it to
but
the
that's
last possible
Genix
second, but that
picture.
second never came because he was shut down. Effortless, clean transition on the way up the bounce pad.
And again.
Here we go. I'm living for this. This is the sort of pace we need to see.
It is, and something we didn't spend a lot of time talking about at the start, but as a Nyx, I think Slash is such a difficult opponent to come up against because you're so vulnerable on the back foot when you don't have the Ghost Walk up, and Genik's kind of playing without it at the moment. But as soon as it's up, or sorry, as soon as it's not up, Slash can then just keep that tempo up, keep the pressure on, so you need to play positioning perfect. We do see Genik trying to do that so far, just patrolling the mid-ground, skirting across either side of the map, trying to keep out of the melee range, if you will, of Effortless, close combat. But Effortless is doing a good job so far, not taking any damage. Genik pushes in, does use the Ghost Walk finally, and gets out relatively unscathed.
Ooh. And this is obviously the one opportunity as well where you have that benefactor of being able to quickly get out of there and create space on a champ like Slash. You can breeze away. He was so low, but now he's started to get himself a little bit built back up in terms of the stack. He's in a better position here, and he can just lurk as well, playing for the audio cues as he'll keep himself low, down towards the ground, trying to keep his nose out of trouble. In the meantime, though, when he's not attacking, when he's not going for anything bold, he's giving Genik full map control. You can see, based off of that, he's just hoovering up all of the major items. Look at the stack difference here now. This is really going to aid him into the next encounter.
Yeah, he is, but the problem is how do you catch a slash? And aggressive Ghost Walks is definitely one of the ways. At the minute, he's struggling a little bit, but as you rightly said, just gobbling up the items, as long as he maintains control, it doesn't take too much damage. That is step number one in the process of regaining the lead. He is in time for this heavy and effortless. Eats quite a lot of damage there. And this is the time now where we should see some aggressive Ghost Walks coming out, is when you think you know where your opponent is, just really try and capitalize upon it, because effortless at the minute, playing slow, using the audio cues, and then just skirting around to the other side of the map, doing exactly what he needs to do in this bit situation.
Also, you know, very nice use of the tribot there. That was clean on the way up the bounce pad. But I was going to say is the fact that obviously, you know, one of the aspects we haven't really looked at here is the escape potential. Normally you'd look towards Nyx to be able to get out of these fights, but that's really what we've seen coming through here from Effortless. When he gets low, he just retreats. Good use as well of the plasma trail so that he couldn't be chased around the corner as quickly. And now he's re-instigating. Baits out a Ghost Walk, perfect play. He can back off. He doesn't have to commit off the back of this here. Instead, he can loop his way over towards the Mega, try and go for the pickup. Should be able to grab it, but no! G-Nick in the last second, Dan, shutting him down with the shotty.
Yeah, it was probably the right choice. I mean, he knew the Ghost Walk wasn't up and wanted to make that time count. Caught him up the bounce pad, but as soon as he went up there, it was just good weapon swap from G-Nick to use the shotgun. If it was any other weapon, probably would have got that kill. He's bounced up in the air, and that's an easy frag for Effortless. Caught with the rail up, no Ghost Walk. And this is the problem, as we said at the start. Look at the pressure coming out from the slash as soon as he knows there's no Ghost Walk up. Forces that again. G-Nick's in trouble.
Well, here's the chase. The drop down from Effortless. Easy frag to find. That's another one coming through. At this point, he's going to get the heavy off the back of it as well. So we reached the halfway point on the opening map in this duel, and it's gone well for him, Dan. He's been able to at least chain the frags together and keep the momentum in his favor. It just depends if he falls now. He's quite low. He's being chased by G-Nick as the shots are coming out. Drops back down to pick up the light at least and just skirts his way out of there immediately. Mega's also up. He could get this Mega if he spots it.
I've enjoyed the use of the shotgun in this series so far. Playing the Light Champions, they're both switching to it very early in these engagements, and obviously one big blast will do a huge amount of damage to both of these champions. As G-Nick's caught there, does hit back-to-back rails. Can Effortless get away? He's out of available range now. Switching to that shotgun. G-Nick's low, but does survive. There's no Ghost Walk up, and G-Nick too aggressive.
Oh man, this
Lapsing
is
concentration.
Yeah, not the dream start. Not what you want to be looking for. You know, there's 4 minutes left in the clock. Effortless is just coming out. He's absolutely just serving up slug soup with the shotty over and over again, just punishing him with it. He's been on the grind, quite literally, into this one. It's been working out really nicely for him. What are we seeing in terms of the major item split as well? It's actually relatively close. Difference is Effortless has got effectively double of the light armors. He's been sure to grab that every time when the rotation's out, and he's still hitting his rockets and the shotty follow-up. G-Nick's got to be dead again. He will bait out the Ghost Walk, but can he track him down?
Look at the speed. Like, this is a problem. Unless you're playing nigh on perfectly as in Nyx in these situations, Effortless can slip up time and time and time again and still has such a huge advantage. We saw he made a massive mistake getting fragged up the jump back on the Mega, but just used that speed, got a shotgun and ran at his opponent. He knows the shotgun, the Ghost Walk isn't up, and so just wants to keep pressure on.
Seven-minute mark, nearly hit at this point. Effortless, really leading. It's a good start. Can he follow it through towards the bitter end? Again, Ghost Walk coming out. G-Nick in a state of panic there, feeling like maybe he was trapped in an angle he didn't want to be in, but the reposition comes through from Effortless with the LG, tearing him to pieces, effectively ripping him a new one, getting the major item, and then coming in with the shotty. Another shotgun frag here. It's been his primary weapon, effectively.
Vote now.
Alex Exo Slayer.
Prepare for draft. Your pick. Fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Auf dem Weg!
Time. First blood. Lead taken.
Come on.
Waffe ist bereit!
Time. Time. Handyman.
Oh, what the fuck?
Schwingewa, お前らだ!
Time. Time. Impressive. Killing spree. Handyman. Time. Bullet master.
Oh,
何?
Time. Handyman. Impressive.
I hear you. This is... What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Handyman.
Where?
viel
Mid-air.
Erst schießen.
Handyman. Bullet Master. Impressive. Impressive.
Die haben mich komisch angeschaut.
Time. Handyman. Time. Time.
Du hast dich mit dem falschen Schrottsammler angelegt.
Handyman. 1 minute warning. Impressive. Impressive.
Blechdosen sind gleich Sternenstaub.
Time. Impressive. Killing spree.
Bring nächstes
3 flags left.
Die Hilfe kannst du gebrauchen.
You win.
Try to get some armor. That's weird.
Hi, handsome.
Hey.
What are you doing? Hi, handsome.
Well, this is really weird. I'm streaming, but I'm not streaming to Twitch, only YouTube. So I must have fucked it up in here somehow, messed up some settings.
Well, that's poopy.
Yeah.
Did you open a drink for us? Or do you already have a whole one?
There's some left in the fridge.
Oh, you did yours. Never mind.
Yeah, why don't you try that though? You might like it.
Oh. You know what's hilarious? You know what it tastes like to me? A Starburst.
Oh, you're right. The candies.
Yeah. Tastes like a Starburst.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not bad.
No, it's not. I like that one. Well, that's a good alternative. I like it. I just remembered I have to have my...
Vote now. Prepare for draft. Your pick.
Ich bräuchte hier mal Hilfe.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Gerne nach Ziel.
Impressive. Stopwatch.
Waffe ist bereit.
Blood. Lead taken.
Prost.
Revenge. Lead taken. Handyman.
Ich bin da!
Lead tied.
Waffe ist bereit.
Stopwatch. Tank. Stopwatch. Tank. Lead taken. Stopwatch. Tank.
Aus dem Weg!
Fucking ballsack.
Eine Belohnung der Weltmeister.
Handyman.
Scanne nach Ziel.
My light sustains you.
Ich brauche Hilfe! Hast du nicht kommen sehen, was? Geh besser nach Hause. Waffe ist bereit.
Weapons Factory.
Die haben mich komisch angeschaut.
Power. Real.
Weapons Factory. Fortress. Warning.
Schrottsammler angelegt.
Impressive. Headshot. Combo kill. Killing spree. 3 frags left.
Death is the only rose.
Handyman. You win.
I don't know. Let's see. Quake Champions. I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. Fucking A.
Vote now. Vote now. Prepare for draft. your pick.
I bet I know what happened.
Prepare to fight. Round begins in 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Schon Schlimmeres erlebt. Auf dem Weg!
Time. First blood. Lead taken.
Scanne nach Ziel.
Impressive.
Die Dosen sind gleich Sternenstau.
Okay.
Waffe ist bereit.
In and out like a mongoose.
Prost. Waffe ist bereit.
Weapons factory.
Und ich komm nicht. Was?
Handyman.
Gerne nach Ziel. wieder nach Hause. Waffe ist bereit.
The overstack.
Denied. Revenge. 1 minute warning.
Das war so nicht geplant. Eine Belohnung der Welt reicht dafür.
You win.
I gotta figure out